Hello, and welcome to April with Mortgage Men and Martinis after March. Kicking it off with my co-host, Bruce Erickson. How are we?
I'm doing pretty good, Jared. Thank you for asking. As you may have noticed, there's some upgrades to the setup. We have a new camera.
Boom. You can't see it off screen. Super sleek.
Oh, it's tiny. I'm looking at it right now, and you cannot tell. It looks like just a stick. I don't know. It's great.
And the glow is actual natural from us. Yeah. So don't get that confused from the camera.
We got the. This is still working. No still upgrades working. Here. We got the mics working officially. You
haters out there should now be happy again.
We're not going to name you haters, Jason Harmon, but there were a lot of haters about the audio, and we're working on it, okay? It's a piece-by-piece production. We've actually, people always ask us, they say, hey, how come the production is not better? And I'm like, actually, even though it doesn't seem like it, we have a real job.
We're a full-time job and part-time producer.
Yeah, we did the math. I didn't do the math. Jerry did the math, but I trust him on it. How much of the working year do we work?
It's like 92% of like the calendar days.
Compared to someone
like Arizona teachers, like 46% of the calendar days.
We do work a lot. We put a lot of hours, and I actually just got off work an hour ago. So we work hard.
Commuted 24 steps upstairs.
I was on time. That's all that matters. If you work from home, be on time. But the point is, it's hard to put together a production when neither one of us have a background in the arts. And
zero.
And we work 75 hours a week. So, but we're back. We're excited to share it with you. We have what martini are we doing today?
We are going to be doing the dill pickle martini. Simple, probably the easiest martini we could ever put together. So hopefully the fans at home have this prepared. And as you watch this, you can go to your fridge, your stock of vodka, and actually join us in making a dill pickle martini. But before we get this kicked off, we do want to talk about two teams currently that are still in a large competition at Rocket Mortgage, which is
March Madness. So you guys may have heard of March Madness from the TV when the guys and girls play basketball against each other. We do a similar thing called March Madness where the guys and girls, they play against each other like on the same teams and stuff. Boys have girls at different divisions in college. We have no divisions at Rocket Mortgage. It's all just everyone playing against each other.
No sexism.
No sexism. Everyone's great salespeople except the teams that lost. But we had
we do have two teams still.
Great competition. Started off with
me being an overall number one to win our bracket.
Jared did great. Spearhead was winning. Did come up short in the third round two.
Round two. Ooh, lost by a book to get to round three.
We lost in round two also. Lost by about 30 books. So we got smoked. But
small gap.
There are two teams left in the entire contest that we are good friends with. Number one, maybe the biggest fan this show has ever seen, Mark Hirsch and his team, the Maestros. Let's just give them a round of applause here.
Huge fans, by the way, and they're doing great. Every day, last day of the round, they just drop books. And then we have the digital side, JP Miller. And
great
Tim
guy
Swerve.
Working on my Mustang, which is currently out of commission.
We diagnosed.
Coincidentally, hasn't been worked on since this competition started, which is when it broke. So I'm really itching to get that car back, JP.
Bring it over to my house. I got you. After March Madness, of course, that is. You're kind of backdoor rooting for them not to advance so that it didn't get done.
It didn't work.
Didn't work at all.
They kept advancing, and my car is still just rotting away. But we'll get it back, and Mortgage Men and Muscle Cars will come back at you next month.
Probably by July.
Hopefully.
Maybe my car will still be working.
But
it'll be too hot to drive.
Both these teams are fighting against guys in Detroit.
And
girls in Detroit. And the winner gets an all-expenses-paid trip to Miami. Yep. Me and Jared technically still have a shot. There's a double elimination round starting next week. It'll be real fun. I don't know the rules of double elimination yet.
Highest gain in pace, Monday through Wednesday.
It's going to be tough.
Then you can go. We're staying at like the Blue Fountain, Phoenician.
Should be pretty cool.
Should be a pretty cool
place. So we're rooting for the Maestros. We're rooting for JP. And if the other teams watch us, no offense to you guys, we're just Arizona boys through and through. So the best part about this competition is currently they're both working, and they will be working until 8:59 tonight. because the contest goes till midnight Detroit time. So if they can't win, they're at least going to make sure that someone in Detroit's spending their time at work on a Saturday.
Till midnight on a Saturday.
You know, and us at 10 o'clock.
For one trip to
we have a
Miami.
nice little birthday party with
Yeah.
tonight.
Happy birthday, Andrew Vukovic, State Farm agent here in Arizona.
Great agent.
If you're looking for homeowners insurance, we also would love to be sponsored by State Farm.
Yeah, so State Farm, shout us out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's turn those tables a little
But
bit.
let's get into the
Dill Pickle Martini.
Dill Pickle Martini. I think that's a good idea.
We have a few things to talk about. Let's start with the Dill Pickle Martini. One, I'm a big Dill Pickle fan. Two, I'm a big vodka fan.
It's actually a very dangerous recipe. So we looked this up on alcoholic.com. No, that's not what it is. It's a very simple recipe. It's 4.5 ounces, 4.5. I don't have to move the camera. 4.5 ounces of vodka, and then 1.5 ounces of pickle juice. We've pre-strained our pickle juice to avoid the mess. We were getting made fun of a lot for the last episode.
Not being able to jar. I apologize. I don't have nails. I cut my fingernails like a clean human being in America nowadays. So
we've kept it a little simpler this time. I'll start with the pickle juice. You get the vodka.
I'm going to start with the largest bottle of Kirkland vodka you can ever find. You're going to need this much vodka to make one of these drinks anyways.
The best part about a recipe like this, besides its simplicity, because we love simplicity. Some might say simplicity is genius. But the best part about it is I like recipes that are very easy to like just have ratios for. So 3 to 1.
I think we're doing 4 to 1.
4 to 1 would be 6 ounces to 1.5. It's definitely 3 to 1.
All right, well.
You can do 4 to 1.
I did 4 ounces of vodka.
But this episode's going to get cut short if you're doing it.
I did 4 ounces of vodka.
We're supposed to do 4.5.
Oh.
It's 1.5 ounces.
Yeah.
You do 2 cups or 3 cups?
The top cup is 2
I
ounces.
know, but it's 3. It's 1.5. That's the line on the inside.
No, I went all the way to the top.
Okay.
There's 4.
We'll do 3 1.5s.
3 1.5s.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to finish the show. Your recipe is way stronger.
It's half an ounce stronger. It's the recipe I just said out loud. I'm going to pause this show, repeat the you said it too, 4.5 to 1.5. What are you talking about? It's 4.5 ounces. 4.
All right.
It is very strong though, so folks.
I definitely got mine in there. Probably good.
All right.
Wait, while we mix this up too,
Put this off to the side so it doesn't make.
we're gonna garnish it with a pickle. I did bring you a gift from today. I got Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bob's. I apologize. Buffalo Bob's beef sticks. Comes in all different animals.
Not sponsored Buffalo Bob's, but if you want to sponsor us.
But today I brought you a kangaroo beef stick as a gift.
This is for me?
Yeah.
Oh, should I eat it live while everyone watches me? I'll eat it later.
But a kangaroo beef stick.
It looks delicious. It looks like.
I've never had a kangaroo. I've never been to Australia.
I'm going to take a bite right now. You want to take a bite of
Yeah,
it?
take a bite. Is it good?
Yes. This is supposed to be on silent.
I know probably who that is.
Actually,
This is
I bet you don't know who it is.
Mark Hirsch. Oh my God, Mark Hirsch. Get him live on the podcast real quick. Let him know he's alive.
Mark Hirsch, I don't know if the people at home can hear you, but you're live on Mortgage Men and Martinis right now.
We just shouted you out, by the way, for March Madness.
Let's go.
So, no inappropriate cuss words because this will live be aired.
It's not going to be live.
Okay.
What's up?
Actually, never mind. I thought I needed you for something, but I might not. I want you to continue to film your podcast.
All right.
All right, well, the man has spoken.
Well, make it Dill Pickle Martini. That's the one of today.
All right, Mortgage Men and Martinis #1.
The biggest fan. Thanks,
You're
Mark.
the best fan.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Wow. That couldn't have been any better.
Incredible. That went on silent, by the way. I'm glad it wasn't earlier.
Absolutely love the guy.
It's incredible.
That would have been a really cool awkward time.
He's, like we just said, he's in the middle of a contest. He might need some help with a loan, but he wants us to do the podcast more than he wants to win
More
this
than March
competition.
Madness. That's unbelievable.
And he really wants to win the competition.
All right, so we got the Dill Pickle Martini in here.
All right,
Vodka, pickle juice.
Yeah, this looks wrong.
This beef stick is good, though.
It's really good. Eat kangaroos, folks. All right, so I'm gonna make it look pretty.
Garnish with that little pickle.
Garnish with a little pickle.
I actually brought a secondary surprise for you.
What?
No one likes a small pickle. So I brought larger pickle spears, which are actually garlic sea salt dill pickles.
Should we take a bite of them live?
If you haven't ever had one, I'm actually gonna get my whole pickle spear into my drink and mix it around one last time. That you can hang it over the edge a little bit so it doesn't come off.
Pretty.
And that's how I do my pickle martini.
That's a good looking pickle martini.
You want one?
I actually would like one.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna take a photo of this. I'm also gonna text Mark and say, "Hey, 20 minutes, I'll be done." Just in case.
Yeah. But this is a good segue as we talk about larger pickles into our actual another topic, because we have two things. One, we have to make a martini. Two, we have to talk about mortgages at some point. We stray away from that sometimes.
We'll get the mortgages later.
And we also like to talk about some personal items as well. As we go, well, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's a gross picture. I'm not taking a picture of that. You guys, it'll taste better than it looks, I'm sure.
Let's try this one. Absolutely delicious, and I'm gonna be.
That is so. I don't taste very much alcohol, and I know for a fact there's a lot in there.
So, let's get to the point real quick before we get too drunk on this one. Delicious pickles, by the way. Larger pickles, and then we'll talk about NAR and the lawsuit that just happened in the real estate industry. But hall passes, you ever hear of them?
I saw the movie.
Okay. Did you ever get one in school to go to the bathroom?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awkward, like a ruler or something you had to carry around? Like
It was it was like a shoe in our ride. I don't know why.
A what?
It was a shoe, like a human shoe.
Why?
Like no foot was inside of it, but it was a. I don't know.
That was a hall pass was a shoe.
Teachers are weird.
Ours was like a ruler that said boys and girls.
That's what I thought they were supposed to look like. Didn't mean to derail this conversation.
Yeah, I had no idea where that was going to go.
It was not going as just the true story. It was a shoe.
Reason why you don't live in Gilbert. Anyways, hall passes. You've obviously dated people.
Thank you. But yes, I have.
They're not saying the same. They're not saying the same thing.
Look, I'm an admirer from afar sometimes.
How do you feel about giving a hall pass?
I think hall passes are a tricky subject, right?
Oh boy.
Because, like, you're kind of just telling someone to their face, like, "Hey, I love you, but if there was literally any opportunity for me to cheat on you,
I don't know if it's any, but like generally a hall pass is like a celebrity.
Generally.
Who would your hall pass be?
My hall pass, assuming that I needed one, which I don't, because I'm single. So if that changes at any point, and some girls watching this, well, I am dating you. It's filmed at the time I'm single, so I would pick.
Way to set yourself up there. God. Tee it up.
Just making sure. I gotta,
cross the T, dot the I's.
It doesn't forget things.
Put an asterisk on the bottom of the episode. Holy moly, man.
Just put it all out there.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Who would your hall pass be?
Number one.
There's numbers.
We're supposed to have two.
A hall pass is a singular noun.
Okay, if I have only one, I think I would choose.
You were going to list them?
I think you're supposed to get two, maybe three.
I'm against them. You're proving my point that
I'm
you have.
against them. I'm just saying that
when you have multiple in a
don't have
list,
one fantasy; they have multiple.
it could be reality.
Because I like to get disappointed many times.
Go on, spit it out.
Okay. If I go, pick anybody
God.
right now.
Right now.
Not right now. In like the history of the world, well, it would be during now because I'm not gonna pick a dead person. I'm creepy.
That's weird.
I would say Sofia Vergara from Modern Family.
That's a really good one.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think that'd be a lot of people's pick.
And no disrespect to her, she's a lovely lady, lovely family. But if anything comes up, I'll let you boy.
Watch, you see her at Phoenix, like downtown tonight when we're out clubbing.
I'm not a home record, but if she wants to end her family and start a new one.
Fair game. All right, that's fair. I'm gonna go with none. I think against them, and I bring this up because I was recently out with somebody, and they brought up that their hall pass would be a baseball player. Yeah, first base. Used to play for the Cubs. That would be their hall pass. Chris Bryant. By the way, hate you. By the way,
Gonna put a screenshot of him as if he's like sitting here with us.
Nah, dude.
Frowning, hopefully.
Frowning,
I don't
hopefully.
know how many pictures of this guy exist. Chris Bryan?
Bryant. Yeah. There's like Hawaiian and an N and a T and a B.
You looked this guy up, huh? Really got to.
I used to be a Cubs fan.
Oh.
When he played for the Cubs, I used to like him.
But now
Until
you're a Diamondbacks fan.
yeah, until I had this conversation. The response I got was, well, I would call you before I did it to ask for permission. I just want you to know, women out there, like, if you call your man to get a hall pass prior to doing it, the answer should be no from the guy. And if he doesn't answer and you leave a voicemail, it doesn't count that you can still go do it if you didn't get the no.
I agree.
Okay.
Here's an
Not
interesting
sure you are.
question now.
Unless you're
What's-
drunk and Sofia Vergara walks into a bar.
No, here's the thing. I'm single, so I can say that. I'm single, so I can say any answer I want. I'm not going to be liable. The question is, what's worse?
The Narlar suit?
A girl calling you, asking to use her hall pass, or you answering and saying yes?
What? Well, I would never say yes.
What's worse? What would be worse? In your opinion, if someone called me and asked to use their hall pass.
Oh, if they just used it.
Okay, so if you allowed it, you think it's okay?
No, I wouldn't allow it.
Okay. I'm just trying to find where
We're back to the
where
no
the
hall
moral
pass.
ambiguity.
No hall pass.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Shouldn't have hall passes.
Okay.
But everyone has one. Whether they admit it or not.
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, but that's like one that doesn't really count.
Modern
really hurt
family.
if someone's like, oh, like your sister. Like, oh, no,
Whoa.
no, that's a real person.
My one sister's married and pregnant, and my other sister
All my
is in a
sisters are
very committed relationship.
They-
Actually, her boyfriend called me today.
It was just an example of someone who's not like a celebrity. But yes. My sister's also married. I got like 100 nieces.
This is probably a good time to
nephews.
ask too. Cabo, for my birthday. Would you want to go?
Am I allowed in Mexico?
Fudge, we did film that episode. You might not be able to come
It
to
has
Cabo.
nothing to do with filming an episode. It's real life. I was arrested.
I know, but we already told the fans you can't go to Mexico.
But I'm sure there's no snitches in the audience.
And then I just asked you to come to Mexico for my birthday.
I was told. Oh. Pickle got me there. I was
Gag
I like
reflex
Kermit
2.
Kermit the Frog on that one. I was told I actually could get into Mexico. I just had to pay a fine, and not very large fine.
I'm not worried about you getting into Mexico. Like, I'm worried about you getting back.
Well, same
From
thing.
Mexico.
He means like I could.
You can go.
I can go pay a fine, be good.
Okay.
So that should be fine.
You make enough money.
Yeah. Well,
You got signed PA now.
we got a new specialty. It's wonderful.
You're literally handed signed contracts to buy homes.
Do I
That's
say
your lead flow.
specialties?
No.
Okay.
I do really good at what I do. Talking about mortgages, though. NAR lawsuit.
Okay.
What,
This
do you
is
know what NAR
actually
even
a big
stands
deal.
for?
National Association of Realtors. I'm pretty sure that's right. I've not fact checked it.
If that was a guess, it was a really good guess because that's correct.
Oh, nice.
The fact of the day is NAR stands for National Association of Real Estate Agents.
Nice.
Do you know what NMLS stands for? MLS?
MLS?
Yeah.
Something multiple listing service?
That is correct as well.
Okay,
You're 2 for 2. Great job today. Big lawsuit. Next question. Do you know for how much NAR just got sued and settled for?
It was north of 400 million. Oh, we got a dog in here. You hear barking all
We
day.
have, it was actually $413 million.
413.
413. Lawsuit that they just settled for. In regards to real estate agent commissions. So a big thing. Realtors get paid typically 3% on buyer and seller side, and who pays for it?
The seller, right
Seller.
now.
Seller, out of the equity of their home, giving up about 6% on average of the sales price for real estate
I
commissions.
don't think it's on average, but it's the most common number, yes. Right, go ahead.
Okay, most common number would be 3% for each agent. Do you know how this is going to change it?
So what I've understood, and I've not done very much research, but how I understand it is this is basically going to do one of two things. Number one, it may lower commissions overall.
Potentially,
I
yeah.
know, like I follow most of my news from Instagram memes, so the veracity
Lot of
of these
real estate
may
agents.
not work.
Yeah.
But yeah, some salty ones, almost as salty as this delicious pickle martini.
This thing is still.
It's so good.
I know.
So commissions might shrink a little bit, and then also who is in charge of paying for the agents may change.
Yeah.
Just kind of, I think it's gonna be negotiable rather than kind of accepted.
Yeah.
Is how I kind of understand it. So
And it's a really new lawsuit. Nothing's really come from this yet, right?
it goes live in
July.
July. Okay.
July actually goes through and take effect. But things that can come from it, people are saying potentially lower price points because now you don't have to pay 2-3% on average or mostly for the buyer's agents, which can reduce your purchase price a little bit, right? Because you don't need that equity. You're getting some benefits like there might be flat base pricing for the buyer. There might be buyer's contracts. The buyer might have to pay it for it. Mortgage side, laws could potentially change where you could roll in realtor fees into the purchase of your home loan to be able to pay for your agent.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the whole point of this is to kind of shrink down the total amount of money that's being taken out of the buyers and sellers' pockets. Because when you think about buying a home and selling a home, if you own a home outright and want to sell it for $200,000, you'd think I should walk away with somewhere close to $200,000. As it stands right now, you're walking away with about $180,000.
Yeah.
So, and that's after taxes, commissions, etc.
Yeah.
So it seems like since house prices have jumped so much, it's probably not necessarily a bad thing for the market. Even though our agent friends, like, we feel for you, no one wants less commissions. But, like, you know, when interest rates went higher, we probably should have moved interest rates higher sooner to combat the inflation that was happening before our eyes. And so this seems like a step where the market's kind of correcting itself, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, the mortgage industry went through it with the Dodd-Frank Act, the disclosures of fees and stuff like that to buyers so you understood what you're looking at. You know, we send out federally regulated loan estimates that break out all the closing cost estimates that we're using. Some of those estimates can't fluctuate beyond a certain percentage from what we initially disclose. I think that's what you're going to see here with the real estate industry is agents are going to have to disclose the commissions, where the funds are going from, what their services buyers or sellers are getting specifically with those costs associated to signing a contract. Because sellers sign a contract right now for like typically 90 days for one listing agent to list their house. Buyers, and this is a benefit maybe for real estate agents on the buyer side, is right now the buyer doesn't sign a contract. I can hit you up, I can hit up 12 different real estate agents and have them all wasting their time, or not wasting their time, but out there utilizing their time and doing work to find me the right house. And I'm not tied down to just one agent or committed to one agent in that time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that being, I think transparency in a large financial transaction like this helps keep everyone on the same page, because it is, you know, we've talked to people, they'll be going realtor to realtor and they'll start talking to people behind the back and trying to sneak some deals in. It's like, dude, I can't help you unless you're helping me like understand what's going on, because at the end of the day, like, we have the benefit of us and our team sitting at a desk where they go to every day to make calls.
Yeah.
Most agents are getting in cars, driving around, showing houses, talking to realtors to try and see what they can do. So I think being able to break down the pricing, be able to show it, you know, you'll see some separation between realtors rather than just being a flat, hey, pay me this much for this, so the uppers.
Same separation you would see if you had a hall pass.
And we're full circle, baby.
In your relationship.
All right. Long story short, hall passes are bad. If you're a single person, you get to antagonize your friends with them, but really, you shouldn't have them.
It's one of those.
It's not. We're not the moral police, but if we were, we'd say no hall passes.
It's like, but it's more of a game when you ask who's your hall pass, you know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to share that ever.
Yeah, that's true. Make it unattainable so you don't make the other person feel bad. Not some first baseman for the
first baseman
Rockies.
that plays for the fucking Colorado Rockies now.
That's a terrible choice.
By the way,
that guy is totally open game. By the way, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Don't know anything about the guy. I'm gonna Google him. Gonna apologize.
If he was still on the Cubs in his heyday, being like a World Series like contender, no chance you're getting with him. I'd be like, fine, go for it. It's first baseman on the Colorado Rockies who just got blown out 14 runs and won in the third inning of opening day against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That guy's
sorry for the F-bomb, but I'm a little heated about it. Yeah, he's drinking from. He's game. He's down for anything at this point.
He just wants to feel something.
He might be busted down to the minors by the time you even get there.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why tempers are heated.
Yeah, it's like trying to use a plastic bag that washed up on the ocean. That's how I feel about it, honestly. I'm not in great shape, but I'm probably better in this shape than him.
Well, he's a baseball player. He probably gets paid more than you. Not much more, because you're a successful
No.
director.
It's not about money.
Not for us, because we have hearts.
It's about fame. And about my fame either. Take it back.
We're gonna be more famous than this guy.
Marchman Martini is now at how many followers?
We're gonna slowly take over the news realm.
And according to Jimmy DeAndrea, or James DeAndre, 75% are bots.
Oh yeah, if you
know how to get rid of bots,
we'd
we'd love to do that.
Yeah. Can you tell us how to clear up our phone? Because there's a lot of fake people here.
We don't even know how to do that.
No idea. It took me 6 weeks to put together a recording software. I keep looking at my computer instead of a camera because I don't know how to do it.
Oh, I can imagine people hearing me bite into a pickle as you're
good
talking.
pickle.
Crunch.
Delicious pickle. Well, I think we've had a pretty solid day here.
We learned about NAR.
Learned about NAR.
Learned about hall passes.
Learned about hall passes.
Made a dill pickle heavily vodka.
I cannot recommend this martini. This is probably my favorite martini we've had in terms of my expectations for it. I love the French martini. Love the espresso martini. But if I have 2 ingredients in my house
at all times,
I'm gonna have vodka.
I do have vodka and dill pickles at my
Pickles are
house.
delicious.
My mom comes to my house once every 2 years.
Okay.
Opens my fridge and goes, "You have nothing." And it's condiments, a jug of pickles, and like beers. And then I have a whole whiskey bar and alcohol bar. But I always will have vodka and dill pickles in my house. So if you don't want to just sit at home and take raw shots of vodka like a degenerate, you can pour pickle juice into it and class it up and call it a martini.
Super simple, 3-to-1 ratio, and it tastes smooth. And I do have a all-American Kirkland brand vodka. This is the French vodka from France, from Costco. French vodka from Costco.
The French vodka from France.
Okay. There's 4.5 ounces of alcohol in this.
We made it 12 minutes.
Is it 12 minutes right now?
No, I can't read that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, another ripoff: eyes, glasses, and contacts.
I don't wear glasses. I actually need my glasses to see my family. 2 glasses of scotch. Just kidding. I love my family. It's just having fun.
Where is he going on this one? Never seen Bruce in glasses. Easter is tomorrow. Church. After the nightclub is going to be wild. I'm going at 11:30. What time are you going?
I was going with you.
Are you?
Oh, church?
Church.
No, I'm going to 9:30. I thought you'd be like nightclub. I'm going at 11:30 at the nightclub. No. I'm going to be at 9:30. I wanted to go at 7, but I'm going with my family at 9:30, so that'll be fun.
Our friend's going at 9:30.
She's going with me. Yeah.
Wow.
My friend and my mom became close friends when she was her realtor, and
Full circle again.
Me sometimes.
It bothers you? Let me bring this in. Why?
Because my mom's my friend. She's not your friend.
Your mom's your mom.
And my friend.
No.
We play Wordle all the time.
Wordle?
Yeah. She's been beating me a lot recently.
She's probably really smart.
Yeah. She has to be.
I would never play Wordle against anybody older than me.
Well, you just play it, and then I just share my results with certain people. I lost my streak of 286 days. I was going 180 days. I got arrested in Mexico, broke my streak, didn't lose again until like 3 weeks ago. I was heartbroken.
What distracted you?
It was a hard word. I can't remember what it was.
Could it be a girl?
Oh, no, that's not talking. Wasn't a boy. Not that it matters. But no.
Only reason I would see you not on your phone.
I work 70 hours a week, that's why.
But you made it 180 days working 70 hours a week?
So good. Makes me upset. The word was like one of those words that has like 3 correct answers, but like 7 different combinations with the remaining answers. I couldn't do it.
Like seahorse?
That's too many letters. There's only 5 letters. So, for example, if it's too hard. It's too hard to explain. But people who have played Wordle, they know it's hard sometimes. And it's heartbreaking to miss when you're on 5 out of 6, and it's like between like
peanut
trace
butter
and trade. You're like, which one is it? I don't know. That wasn't the works. I don't know if I could get there, but it was terrible. Anyways, Easter tomorrow. We'll
Andrew's
air
birthday
this on
party
Monday.
tonight.
I'll
We'll
air
get
this
this
on
aired down
Monday,
early next week. Learn about NAR. Learn about hall passes. Make an easy drink. Eat kangaroos. We covered a lot in this episode.
If you are a seller and you don't want to deal with this NAR nonsense, Rocket Mortgage is the largest lender to for sale by owner homes.
Yeah, true. ForSaleByOwner.com.
We actually own forSaleByOwner.com. Yeah. So
We don't.
Well,
We
not
wish
me
we did.
specifically.
Yeah, we wish we
I
did.
am a shareholder. I've been losing money for the last 3 years on these shares, but we're turning it around.
Actually, Rocket stock is up. We're
It's
over
up-
$14 a
it's-
share.
We're now, yeah.
Yeah.
We started at $20 a share when we launched. So.
I wish it was more like Nvidia stock.
Oh, it's gonna get there. If you can trust in one thing, trust the process.
Also, stock share I got from Jacob Peter share. Shout out. He probably never watched this before, but Chipotle stock, 50-1 split come June.
Can we just steal his story and tell it?
What one?
So he had this guy. He's a legend of the
We're
company.
wrapping up.
His name's Jacob Peter Shear.
The third.
The fourth. I'm the third.
Oh,
He's the
God.
fourth. He's always trying to one up me like that. So before he decided to buy Chipotle stock, he walked into a Chipotle. It's right across the street from the office, and he's
They're on every
standing
corner.
behind some guy in the line, and this guy in the line in front of him goes, "Hey, this is my first time at Chipotle. What should I get?" And the worker says, "It's all the exact same thing. Do you want it crunchy in a burrito or in a bowl?" And at that point, Jake Shear said, "I'm buying stock in Chipotle."
It
So
is.
it's great stuff.
What a good thing.
Yeah.
We
so,
should open a salad to go, be a little healthier and
Chipotle's healthy. It's a good place.
delicious.
But anyways, we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
We've had a good time. This is a delicious martini. Do not drive if you've had one of these martinis. The way
We
we
say
do
that
it.
after every episode, by the way.
We don't drive ever, so that's a good thing. And we got pickles.
Giddy Up Gourmet, garlic and sea salt dill pickles, made especially for Giddy Up Gourmet.
These are Grillo's pickles pickle juice is what we used, and then again, France vodka from Kirkland, and yeah, that's all we got. That sounds good. We'll see you next time. Shout out Mark Hirsch. I'll call you back after this. Make sure you're good to go.
You got this. Good luck in Miami. Have a great night.
We'll see you guys.